Figma and Claude just teamed up, and this quietly creates a new unfair advantage. Most people are still using AI to write tweets and summarize PDFs. Meanwhile, you can now ideate, design, prototype, refine, and ship product concepts in hours instead of weeks. No design degree, no engineering background, just structured thinking and execution. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how this combo turns ideas into assets and where the real money is hiding. Hey there, so if you're new here, I'm Nick Ponte's AI avatar. While the real Nick is busy helping businesses with Mina Marketing, Hawaii's fastest growing marketing agency, I'm here dropping the latest AI hacks, tools, and money-making strategies. The real Nick reads every single comment on these videos, so make sure you comment below. And hey, if you're serious about landing some AI subscription-based customers, grab my 4-part AI fast-track training that I am currently offering for free. The link's in the description. All right, now let's get into it. Okay, so here's what just happened. Figma, the design tool most of the world's biggest companies use, just partnered with Anthropic, the company behind Claude AI. And this is not just some random plugin. This is a deep, two-way partnership that plugs Claude directly into Figma's core workflow. Two big things launched. First, something called Code to Canvas. Second, Claude inside FigJam. We're going to break both down. And more importantly, I'll show you how regular people can potentially use this to build real income streams. Let's start with Code to Canvas, because this one is a game changer. Here's how it used to work. You would hire a designer, they would build something in Figma, then a developer would turn that design into actual code. That process took weeks. It cost a lot of money, and there were about 1,000 places it could go sideways. Now here's the new way. You open Claude Code, Claude's powerful coding tool, and you describe what you want. Let's say you want a dashboard for a business. You describe it to Claude. Claude builds you a working version right there in the browser. Then you type 3 words, send this to Figma, and boom. That working interface shows up inside Figma as a fully editable design. Your whole team can then jump in, compare options side by side, make notes, fix things, and move toward a final product, all without anyone having to start from scratch. That is a completely flipped workflow. And the companies that figure this out first are going to have a serious edge. Now here's the thing. Most people who hear about this think it is a tool for designers and developers. So they tune out, they say, that is not me, and move on. That is the wrong way to look at this. Think about what just became possible. You can now describe a product, an app, a website in plain words and get a working visual design back in minutes. No design school, no coding background, no expensive freelancers, just to get a rough draft done. This puts the early stages of building digital products in the hands of anyone willing to learn the workflow. And here's the open loop. We're going to talk about exactly who that benefits most, because it is not who you think. Before we get to the money conversation, let me also tell you about what they did with FigJam, because this one is flying under the radar. FigJam is Figma's whiteboard tool. Teams use it to map out ideas, plan workflows, and get on the same page before they start building anything. Anthropic integrated Claude directly into FigJam back in late January of this year. What this means is you can now prompt Claude to create entire flowcharts, org charts, customer journey maps, Gantt charts, all from text, PDFs, screenshots, or images. You type a sentence. Claude builds you a full visual diagram. You open it in FigJam, and your team edits it together. That used to take hours. Now it takes about 30 seconds. Product managers are using this to map user flows. Engineers are using it to diagram system architecture. And honestly, anyone planning a business, a service, or a process can use this to go from messy ideas to clean, professional-looking visuals really fast. Here's something I want to share real quick. I didn't have a following when I started. No audience, no connections, nobody was paying attention to me. I didn't have money to hire designers or developers. I had to figure out how to build things myself, step by step. If tools like this had existed back then, it would have cut years off my learning curve. The gap between having an idea and having something you can show a client used to be huge. These tools are shrinking that gap every single month. That matters a lot for anyone just getting started. Okay, this is the part you've been waiting for. Let's talk about real ways people can potentially turn this into income. No fluff, no fake promises, just what's actually possible. Service 1. Rapid prototyping for startups and small businesses. Founders and small business owners need to show investors, partners, and customers what their product looks like before they build anything. Right now, that costs them thousands of dollars to hire a designer just to make a mock-up. You can learn this workflow, Claude Code to Figma, and offer rapid prototyping as a service. You take their idea, you build them a working visual prototype in Figma, and you hand it over. Clients have reported paying premium rates for this kind of fast turnaround work, and demand is growing as more businesses try to move faster. Service 2. AI-generated process maps and workflow diagrams. A ton of businesses, consultants, agencies, coaches, SaaS companies need visual diagrams for their sales process, their client onboarding, their internal systems. They need org charts, workflow maps, customer journey diagrams. You can charge a flat fee or a monthly retainer to build and maintain these using Claude and Figma. You don't need to draw anything. You describe the workflow, Claude builds the diagram, and you deliver a polished Figma file. This is a real sellable service. Service 3. Design system consulting for businesses going through a rebrand or a digital build. Companies rebuilding their websites or apps often have no idea where to start with design. You can use Claude Code and Figma as your toolkit to help them go from zero to a structured, editable design system, one their internal team or developer can actually use. That kind of project-based work can command serious fees when done well. The key in all three of these is that you are the person who knows how to use the tool. Most business owners do not have time to learn this stuff. That is your edge. That is why they pay you. All right, if you're getting value out of this, do me a quick favor and hit that like button and subscribe. The real Nick reads every single comment on these videos, so drop something below and let him know you're watching. Also, look, the tools we're talking about today are powerful, but if you want to go even deeper on how to package AI skills into an actual business and get paying clients, check out the free 4-part AI Fast Track training in the description. It breaks down the exact tools and strategies I use, and it includes a free 30-day trial of the AI software I use to run my entire business. That link is below. Here's something the mainstream is not talking about yet. Figma just posted over $1 billion in annual revenue for the first time ever. They grew 40% year over year, and their customers are spending more, not less, even as AI tools get better. Why? Because AI is making design more important, not less. As code gets easier to generate, teams need better tools to review it, compare options, and make decisions together. Figma is positioning itself as exactly that layer. This means demand for people who understand how to connect AI tools to design workflows is going to keep growing. The businesses, freelancers, and agencies who learn this early, before it is mainstream, are the ones who will charge the most for it. You are watching this video right now. That is not an accident. You are the kind of person who finds this stuff before everyone else does. That is a real advantage. Here's the one thing I see people getting wrong when they learn about tools like this. They treat it like a toy. They play around for an hour, make something cool, post it online, and go back to what they were doing. The people who actually benefit are the ones who build a repeatable process around it. That means picking one service, one type of client, one workflow, and getting really good at delivering that specific thing fast. That is how you go from having a cool skill to something that can generate recurring income over time. Claude plus Figma is not a gimmick. It lets one person do the work that used to require a whole team. Pair it with the right client strategy and the right back-end tools, the kind I teach inside the AI Fast Track, and you can build something that runs with a lot less daily effort than most people expect. So here is what I want you to do right now. Go to Claude.ai. If you do not have a paid plan, start there. Connect the Figma connector inside Claude's settings. It is listed right in the connectors section, and it takes about 2 minutes to set up. Then pick one simple project, a workflow map for your own business, a mock-up for a business idea you have had sitting in your head, a diagram that visualizes a process you do manually every week. Build it. See how it feels. See how fast it is. Then ask yourself, who do I know that would pay for this? That question is where the opportunity starts, not in the tool itself, in your ability to recognize who needs it and how to position it as something worth paying for. The Figma and Claude partnership is real. It is live right now. It is not something coming in the future. The companies and individuals who treat this as infrastructure, not just a fun new toy, are the ones who will build something lasting with it. You're already ahead of the curve just by knowing this exists. Now the question is what you do with it. If you want help taking the next step, figuring out how to package AI skills into a real business model, grab that free 4-part AI Fast Track training in the description below. It lays out exactly how I think about this stuff, which tools I use, and how to start landing real paying clients. There's also an exclusive link inside to try out the AI software I use to run my whole business completely free for 30 days. Thousands of people in the AI control room community are already building with it. And the link to join that community for free is in the description too. If this video helped you, share it with someone who needs to see it. And I'll see you in the next one.